New gun announced only moments ago from Ray City Defense. But before we look at the pistol, I wanted to talk about a trend that's been happening in the 2011 space. Over recent years, we've sure got a lot of great guns that have been released to the market. And many of them, although fantastic, they come with a high price tag. Just below that Atlas price point, Ray City Defense took a look at the current market and said, nope, we're going the other direction. They just announced the CORE 4.6. This is obviously a 4.6 inch pistol, all metal gun. It's all the parts that you're used to from Ray City Defense. They cut down some machining time, and this thing is now priced at $29.95. Absolutely crazy. I've always said Ray City Defense is the best gun for the money. It just got better. Let's go shoot it. Woo! You know, for a non-ported 4.6, this thing absolutely zips. It feels so good. And that's coming from a guy that is a ported, comped snob. I love those guns. So getting the 4.6 here from Ray City Defense, the CORE pistol, very cool concept. Okay, so the question is, what did they do and how did they do it? How do you get an all-American made, all-metal 2011 down to this price with this high of parts involved? Well, first you reduce the machining time. Second, you reduce the man hours involved. So Adam and Tyler that own Ray City Defense, both engineers, and they bring that into the gun space where the tolerances on this gun, they were able to get so precise that it is a machine fit pistol, but picking this thing up, you would never know it. One of the things I love about this gun is that for me, it's a blank slate. Meaning I have a bunch of modified Staccato Ps, XLs, guns like that. And this one being all metal, now I can get an all metal gun for a similar price point and then do my own modifications to it. Instead of doing inline porting, maybe I send it to Monsoon Tactical and get a Grandmaster Genghis comp or just a Genghis comp. Send it to Vulcan, get Ignis porting. There's a myriad of options that you could choose. You could Cerakote it, leave it DLC with just the cuts. There are tons of options, and I don't want another modified Staccato. I want a modified RCD CORE. And speaking to how they kept the price down on this thing with all the same parts, part of that is not porting it, but they still have that fantastic Atlas trigger in it, which is far superior than any Staccato trigger comes stock. And then the grip is almost the same grip, like I mentioned earlier. They just changed some of the texturing on the curves. And then the magwell, this is an aluminum instead of the steel that we're used to from Ray City Defense, but moving from steel to aluminum reduces machine time significantly, therefore reducing cost. But as an unported pistol, let's see how the thing does on a bill drill with no ports, 4.6 inches, and the Atlas trigger. That's a 207. So I know I'm not gonna be as fast with this gun. Just not ported, I'm just not gonna be as fast. Try to go fast, I'm gonna miss. Let's see what we can get, if we can get under 2. But that is why I love the idea of a blank slate. Clean at a 210, so same similar time. Similar. Yeah, that's English. You know what I mean. Clean at a 188. All right, I'll take that. That's anything under 2 I'm happy with. Anything under 1.9 I'm very happy with, especially with the non-ported. But the 4.6 is quickly becoming my favorite barrel length. I've spent the last year and a half talking about how much I love 5-inch guns, which I do. But damn it, 4.6 isn't just the sweet spot. And it's worth saying, the only other 4.6 inch pistol that is available from Race City Defense is the Covert X RCD Mod 2. So having a 4.6 inch core is badass. Clean, but 199, so I'm happy with that. Oh, one left, but that was fast. That was a 177. Just one right here, dude. Oh, maybe one, both these. Dink, dink. I didn't see him. But that was quick, dude. I'll take that. Pretty good for an on-quarter gun for me. Okay, we're gonna do a little 1R1 time, which I do quite frequently on the channel, but the current fastest time is a 1.26. That was done with the Covert RCD Mod 2, and this is basically in form the same gun. So let's see if the 4.6 inch is just overall the best platform for a 1R1 in my experience, but also it depends on the day. So it's not really as much of the gun as it is me, but I will quickly find out if I like the grip texture, the mag release, slide serrations, things like that. That was me, but I need to warm up a touch. 158, 170, same thing. I struggled to get the mag release there.
Damn. That was in there good, dude.
Yeah. 148. Oh! Oh! That was fast. The sand gets in everything. 163. Oh, that was a 141 miss. 145. 144. I mean, it's worth saying, I got that 1.26 in the middle of the series where we were doing this day after day, you know, and I haven't done this in a few weeks. So most of it's chalked up to me, but the gun itself runs super smooth. Everything's buttery and just needs to get more acclimated to it on my behalf. But one thing they're doing is right now, the only optics plate that they have currently is for the RMR footprint, which I like, but they are working on acro footprints and other optic plate footprints. So more options to come. Currently, it's just the RMR. I didn't know that until today, but I guess I wouldn't because I'm always running RMR footprint. Okay, you know how I like to do it on the channel. I like to experiment. So I happen to have my Covert X RCD Mod 2, the other 4.6 inch gun that Race City Defense makes. This one comes stock with the 10-pound spring. The Mod 2 runs a 9, but it's ported. So I threw the 9 in here. I want to see what it does. So the best way to check is on a bill drill. Whoa, left. Yeah, it was tighter, huh? That was bad grip though, so not a great data point. Clean at a 207. I just couldn't get the trigger going, but it seems like it sits better. Yeah, that was a 183. So the fastest of the day, but that was really bad grip. If I can just get a good grip, if I can get the mechanics going, I think that I like the 9-pound. Oh, that last shot. That was clean at a 187, so that's the fastest, right? Felt clean. Yeah, clean at a 186, so 100th. It was, with the 10-pound, it was a 188, then 187, 186. Clean at a 166.
Oh boy.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Your second fastest time.
Second fastest time ever by 100th of a second.
Right behind the Mod 2.
Yeah, right behind the Mod 2. So that's a 18, 12, 14, 15. So 12, I'll take it 12. Fastest, what, 11? Split. Okay, I'm liking this gun for not ported. Jeez. That's by far the fastest I've ever run a bill drill with a non-ported gun. One out, 164. That was shit. Look at this. So we might get a new PR today with the core. Okay, my fastest bill drill time ever is a 165 with the Mod 2. I just got a 166 and a 164, but it wasn't clean. The 166 was, the 164 wasn't. But with a non-ported gun, that's pretty remarkable for me. Let's see if we can beat the record. Come on, core. Clean, 163. Yes. So the splits on that, 15, 12, 13, 14, 16. Man, non-ported, Race City Defense core now has the fastest bill drill ever for me. I mean, that's impressive right there. The Mod 2 is such an amazing gun. Like, it was my top 2011 of 2025. It beat some of the best guns in the world, in my opinion. Not saying that they're less than, but I shoot that gun really well. So for this to come out, another 4.6 inch Race City Defense pistol, non-ported, and run my fastest bill drill time ever, that's pretty remarkable. And I think it speaks to the components that are in this gun, the trigger. I mean, I did throw the 9-pound spring in that. So I'm running a 9-pound recoil spring, and whew, the grip on this thing took me a couple reps, but getting used to it, coming out of the holster onto this trigger, 4.6 inch fits in the hand perfectly, really high up in the beaver tail. And then one thing I love about magwells is this distance right here. My hand with the magwell, if it just applies pressure to the bottom, so I can really apply leverage between this area here. And these Race City Defense magwells with their beaver tail work so perfectly for my hand size or whatever. I don't know, but little magic going on with Race City Defense. Nice. Yeah, it's left. Whoa. I love that thing. Whoa. Get more max. Okay, she's run like a absolute top today. Let's see how some left hand, weak hand goes. That was all of them. Ooh. Ugh. Weekend's not my strong suit, my weekend. Oh, that sun, man. I can't shoot that direction. Woo. So that is the RCD Defense Core 4.6. First impressions, let's go talk about it. Okay, just got done putting the very first rounds through the RCD Defense Core 4.6. Now, when I'm talking about this gun, I think the main point is value. The value that you're getting for this gun in all metal, American made 2011 for $29.95 is pretty remarkable. I can't even believe that this thing is machine fit. The tolerances that they were able to achieve to make, if I picked this up, there's no way I would think this was machine fit right off the bat, but they nailed it. And this is still a prototype gun. This isn't even going to be what gets released to the public. So I can only imagine what happens to it from now till then, but I was very impressed with this thing. I mean, the performance was undeniable. For me to come out and get my best bill drill time ever, a 1.63 with a non-ported out-of-the-box gun is pretty phenomenal. I'm stoked on that one. And then just shooting this thing in general, very pleasant. I said this during the video, I think 4.6 is that sweet spot. So you're getting just such quality parts with this gun, all the same parts that you have in the RC9. Like I said, just cutting down machine time and man hours, and they absolutely nailed it. The only thing that I would do, I don't need any iron sights, and I would take that, I would make this a flush reverse crown barrel. That's what I would do. But I will tell you, the amount of gun you're getting for the money in this is pretty phenomenal. I think RCD Defense did a fantastic job with this gun. I think it's super cool to see a company moving the opposite direction while everybody else is trying to climb up and get that $6,000 area position. They're coming down and cutting that price point almost in half. That's pretty phenomenal. I respect that a lot. And I hope this just makes this gun available to far more people. I would love to see more people out here shooting fantastic guns like this. So I know I'm gonna be one of them. The last thing, I said it in the video as well, but I'm gonna touch on it again. I got this thing because it's a blank slate. I mean, I would have got it anyway because it's just a cool gun that I want. I'm gonna be able to customize this thing, and I'm not gonna customize any more Staccatos. I'm done with that. And so a new player like this coming into that price point is just ideal. I can't wait. So you'll see this gun again, and you'll probably see it before it gets modified, but there'll be a follow-up after it's been modified and customized. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned this whole week. There's going to be a ton of content coming out of SHOT Show. A lot of cool stuff happening. So please comment, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Jeff for the Weapon Collective, and I'll catch you next time. And I'm getting those. I've been doing that a lot lately, huh?
What's that?
Missing.
Oh.
175 for a slow mag release. I'll take that. I barely slid that out in time. Said that before.